You're watching Inside Africa. Welcome back. Morocco has become a model for women's rights in the Muslim world, and that's because of a 2004 family code called Mudawwanu that was unanimously adopted by the parliament in Morocco. As Sima Mathur explains, the changes it contains have made a huge difference for many Moroccan women.
In Morocco, many women celebrate that stories like Jay Mansouri's are becoming less common. Married at just 13, Mansouri followed a once typical path of going from the control of her father's home to her husband's, a man who was more than twice her age.
He rubbed her hand with the headboard of the bed.
In addition to sexual abuse, she was blamed for having a disabled child.
They used to insult me and curse me.
Mansouri is now divorced and glad that child marriage is no longer legal in Morocco.
I think women are more protected than they used to be.
In 2004, there was a sweeping change to the family law in Morocco known as Mudawwana. Women gained rights never seen before, being able to choose their husband to becoming an equal partner in marriage. With legal rights to property, women now don't have to fear living on the streets if their husband divorces them. They can remarry and keep their children.
Now the divorce is not in the hands of the husband. It's in the hands of the judge.
Fatima Siddiqui, an expert in women's studies, says Moroccan women gained those rights through strategy and circumstance.
All the ingredients of the historical moments were present at a specific point, and we had the changes.
In 2003, the country was shocked by the bombings in Casablanca.
There were Moroccans killing Moroccans. That was a big shock for Moroccans. And then extremism was banned by everyone.
It was an opportunity to back women's rights still based on Sharia or religious law.
Those texts were read with new lenses.
Finally, the changes were carefully worded to be about family rights and to be inclusive of the religious spectrum of all Moroccans.
They rallied these younger veiled feminists by demystifying the veil and saying we have no problem with the cloth you put on your head. The most important thing is to give women rights. That made it.
Women legally have more rights now. The problem is many don't know it or know how to fight for those rights. It's estimated 60% of Moroccan women are illiterate, a more prominent problem in rural areas.
Mentalities have improved, but we still have to work on it, and especially in the poor areas.
Youssra Benchrif comes from an economically better background. She's educated and aware of her new rights.
I feel now so free, and I don't care about what people would say.
Benchrif works at the university, will be pursuing her PhD, and lives on her own, which a few years ago would have raised eyebrows.
The spirit of the Mudawwana changed the mentality so that now people are, especially women, are more empowered.
While many Moroccan men were in support of the changes, the new rights, including the right to property, is unsettling for some.
Young men, especially in my age, are very concerned about getting married because they think if they get married, if they divorce, they have to share their fortune.
From the side of men, there's just this fear of Mudawwana, even if they didn't even read it. So they just say, okay, it's a weapon now in women's hands. But it's not actually. It just gave them their natural rights.
Natural rights for people like Benchrif to pursue her dreams, to protect young women like Mansouri from abuse. Natural rights that many women in this part of the world say are long overdue. Sima Mathur, Fez, Morocco, for CNN's Inside Africa.
Such a fascinating and hopeful story from North Africa there. We'll have much more of Inside Africa right after the break.